Welcome to my channel. This is Aureliaslight, and welcome to the Manifesting the Miraculous podcast. I am so happy to have you here. For this episode, we are going to be reading an excerpt from The Fifth Agreement by Don Miguel Ruiz and Don Jose Ruiz. And this particular chapter is about the story of you, the first agreement. Be impeccable with your words. Now, throughout my time in studying metaphysics and my own awakening, I've realized that even just coming into my own, that our words are so powerful and profound. They shape our reality, whether we want to understand them or not. Everything that we use, every word we use is like a sword. And it basically directs our creation, our energy, our emotion is the power, and the word is like the carving, the direction you want to go in. So it is so important to choose the words that you would like to create with and from. And now the story of you. For thousands of years, humans have tried to understand the universe, nature, and mainly human nature. It's amazing to observe humans in action all around the world, in all the different places and cultures that exist on this beautiful planet Earth. Humans make a lot of effort to understand, but doing so, we also make a lot of assumptions. As artists, we distort the truth and create the most amazing theories. We create entire philosophies and the most amazing religions. We create stories and superstitions about everything, including ourselves. And this is exactly the main point. We create them. Humans are born with the power of creation, and we are constantly creating stories with the words that we learned. Every one of us uses the word to form our opinions, to express our point of view. Countless events are happening all around us, and using the attention, we have the capacity to put all these events together in a story. We create the story of our own life, the story of our family, the story of our community, the story of our country, and the story of humanity, and the story of the entire world. Every one of us has a story that we share, a message that we deliver to ourselves and to everyone and everything around us. You were programmed to deliver a message, and the creation of that message is your greatest art. What is the message? It's your life. With the message, you create mainly the story of you, and then a story about everything you perceive. You create an entire virtual reality in your mind, and you live in that reality. When you think, you are thinking in your language. You're repeating in your mind all of the symbols that mean something to you. You're giving yourself a message, and that message is the truth for you because you believe that is the truth. The story of you is everything that you know about you. And when I say this, I'm talking to you. Knowledge, what you believe you are, not to you, the human, but what you really are. As you can see, I make a distinction between you and you because one of you is real and one of you is not real. You, the physical human, are real. You are the truth. You, knowledge. You're not real. You're virtual. You only exist because of the agreements you made with yourself and with the other humans around you. You, knowledge, comes from the symbols you hear in your head, from all of the opinions of the people you love, the people you don't love, the people you know, and mostly the people you'll never know. Who is talking in your head? You make the assumption that it's you. But if you are the one who's talking, then who's listening? You, knowledge, are the one who is talking in your head, telling you what you are. You, the human, are listening. But you, the human, existed long before you had knowledge. You existed long before you understood all of the symbols, before you learned to speak. And just like any child before he learns to speak, you were completely authentic. You didn't pretend to be what you are not. Without even knowing it, you trusted yourself completely. You loved yourself completely. Before you learned knowledge, you were totally free to be what you really are, because all of those opinions and stories from other humans were not in your head already. Your mind is full of knowledge, but how are you using that knowledge? How are you using the word when it comes to describing yourself? When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you like what you see? Or do you judge your body and use all those symbols to tell yourself lies? Is it really true that you are too short or too tall or too heavy or too thin? Is it really true that you are not beautiful? Is it really true that you're not perfect just the way you are? Can you see all of the judgments that you have about yourself? Every judgment is just an opinion. It's just a point of view. And that point of view wasn't there when you were born. Everything you think about yourself, everything you believe about yourself, is because you learned it. You learned opinions from mom and dad, siblings in society. They sent all of these images of how a body should look. They expressed all of the opinions about the way you are, and the way you are not, and the way you should be. They delivered a message, and you agreed with that message. And now you think so many things about what you are, but are they really the truth? You see, the problem is not really knowledge. The problem is believing in a distortion of knowledge. And that is what we call a lie. What is the truth? And what is the lie? What is real and what is virtual? Can you see the difference? Or do you believe that the voice in your head every time it speaks and distorts the truth while assuring you that what you believe is the way things really are? Is it really true that you are not a good human and that you'll never be good enough? Is it really true that you don't deserve to be happy? Is it really true that you are not worthy of love? Remember, when a tree was no longer just a tree. Once you learn a language, you interpret a tree and judge a tree according to everything that you know. That's when the tree becomes the beautiful tree, or the ugly tree, or the scary tree, or the wonderful tree. Well, you do the same thing with yourself. You interpret yourself and judge yourself according to everything you know. That's when you become the good human or the bad human, the guilty human, the crazy one, the powerful one, the weak one, and the ugly one. You are what you believe you are. Then the first question is, what do you believe you are? If you use your awareness, you will see everything you believe, and this is how you live your life. Your life is totally dominated by the system of beliefs that you have learned. Whatever you believe is creating the story that you are experiencing. Whatever you believe is creating the emotions that you are experiencing. And you may really want to believe that you are what you believe, but that image is completely false. It's not you. The real you, the unique you, and it's beyond everything you know, because the real you is the truth. You, the human, are the truth. Your physical presence is real. What you believe about yourself is not real. And it's important unless you want to create a better story for yourself. Truth or fiction. Either way, the story that you are creating is a work of art. It's a wonderful story, a beautiful story, but it's just a story. And it's as close to the truth as you can get by using symbols. As an artist, there is no right or wrong way to create your art. There's just beauty, or there's not beauty. There's happiness or there's not happiness. If you believe to be an artist, then everything becomes possible again. Words are your paintbrush, and your life is the canvas. You can paint whatever you want to paint. You can even copy another artist's work. But what you express with your paintbrush is the way you see yourself, the way you see your entire reality. What you paint is your life, and how it looks will depend on how you are using the word. When you realize this, it may dawn on you that the word is a powerful tool for creation. When you learn to use that tool with awareness, you can make history with the word. What is history? Your life's history, of course. It's the story of you. Be impeccable with your word. This brings us to the first and the most important of the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. The word is your power of creation, and that power can be used in more than one direction. One direction is impeccability, where the word creates a beautiful story, your personal heaven on earth. The other direction is misuse of the word, where the word destroys everything around you and creates your personal hell. The word, as a symbol, has the magic and power of creation because it can reproduce an image, an idea, a feeling, or an entire story in your imagination. Just hearing the word horse can reproduce an entire image in your mind. That's the power of a symbol, but it can even be more powerful than that, just by saying 2 words. The Godfather. A whole movie can appear in your mind. This is your magic, your power of creation, and it begins with the word. Perhaps you can understand why the Bible says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." According to many religions, in the beginning nothing existed, and the first thing that God created was the messenger, the angel who delivers a message. You may understand the need for someone that could transfer information from one place to another place. Of course, from nowhere to nowhere seems a little complicated, but it's very simple at the same time. In the very beginning, God created the Word, and the Word is a messenger. Then, if God created the Word to deliver a message, and if the Word is a messenger, then that is what you are, a messenger, an angel. The Word exists because of a force that we call life, intent, or God. The Word is the force, it is the intent, and that's why our intent manifests through the Word, no matter what language we speak. The word is so important in the creation of everything because the messenger starts to deliver messages and the entire creation appears out of nowhere. Remember God and Adam talking and walking together. God creates reality and we recreate reality with the word. The virtual reality that we create is a reflection of realities. It is our interpretation of reality by the use of the word. Nothing can exist without the word, because the word is what we use to create everything we know. If you notice, I'm changing all the symbols on purpose, so you can see that the different expression means the exact same thing. The symbols can change, but the meaning is the same in all of the different traditions around the world. If you listen to the intent behind the symbols, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Impeccability of the word is so important because the word is you, the messenger. The word is all about the message you deliver, not just to everyone and everything around you, but the message you deliver to yourself. You are telling yourself a story, but is it the truth? If you are using the word to create a story with self-judgment and self-rejection, then you are using the word against yourself and you are not being impeccable. When you're impeccable, You're not going to tell yourself, oh, I'm old, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not going to make it in life. You're going to use your knowledge against yourself, which means your voice of knowledge is not going to use the word to judge you, find you guilty, and punish you. Your mind is so powerful, and it perceives the story that you create. If you create self-judgment, you create inner conflict. That's nothing but a nightmare. Your happiness is up to you, and it depends on how you use the word. If you get angry and use the word to send emotional poison to someone else, it appears that you're using the word against that person, but you're really using the word against yourself. That action is going to create a like reaction, and that person is going to go against you. If you insult someone, that person may even harm you in response. If you use the word to create a conflict in which your body may be injured, of course it's against you. Be impeccable with your word really means never use the power of the word against yourself. When you're impeccable with your word, you never betray yourself. You never use the word to gossip about yourself or to spread emotional poison by gossiping about others. Gossiping is the main form of communication in human society. And we learn how to gossip by agreement. When we are children, we hear the adults around us gossiping about themselves and giving their opinions about other people, including people they don't even know. But now you are aware that our opinions are not the truth. They are just a point of view. Remember, you are the creator of your life, your own life story. And if you use the word impeccably, just imagine the story that you are going to create for yourself. You're going to use the word in the direction of the truth and love for yourself. You're going to use the word to express the truth in every thought, in every action, in every word you use to describe yourself and to describe your own life story. And what will be the result? An extraordinarily beautiful life. In other words, you are going to be happy. As you can see, impeccability of the word goes much deeper than it seems. The word is pure magic. And when you adopt the first agreement, magic just happens in your life. The intentions and desires come easily because there is no resistance. There is no fear. There is only love. You are at peace and you create a life of freedom and fulfillment in every way. Just this one agreement is enough to completely transform your life into your own personal heaven. Always be aware of how you're using the word and be impeccable with your word. Now this concludes the chapter, Be Impeccable with Your Word, from the Fifth Agreement. And I just want to discuss a little bit about, the power of our word. Spelling. We spell. We are sorcerers. We are so powerful of creative beings that, again, if we actually knew from a young age how powerful we were, we would have hugely different realities. Spelling isn't really writing a word down, and memorizing it and spelling it correctly. Spelling is casting spells. Some of the other books that I've read in the other episodes, such as Florence Scovel Shinn, even Joseph Murphy, they say the same thing. It is really understanding who you truly are at a soul level and taking full responsibility of your life. And again, when we have freedom and we want freedom, with freedom comes great responsibility. And here is the interconnection. That's what that really, really means. True freedom, true knowledge, and true wisdom comes with great responsibility because we are spell casting our reality every day. And the more that you understand it and the more you take space between your words and are really thoughtful about what you say, and some teachers say that you can joke around and use negative words and all that stuff and it's about intention, but I honestly think that even the word itself has a vibration, and the word itself, without even the intent behind it, creates. So I am more of, wow, this is, you have to be completely in alignment with heart, mind, body, soul, and intention. So thank you for listening to this podcast. And I invite you to check out my Sound Healing Academy. I'm going to be adding more courses this year, but specifically this Step into the Power of Your Voice course. If you'd like to check that out, I'd be completely honored. But I do a lot of, I intertwine sound and our voice and sound and the energy systems, but I also intertwine this with spelling and the creation of our reality. So it's a completely powerful program. So Step into the Power of Your Voice is this program, and I do invite you to check it out. And of course, come on Aureliaslight.com and join my mailing list, and you will see when my new music comes out, which is coming very soon. And I would love if you support me that way. That would be wonderful. I wish you an incredible, beautiful week, and think about what you're saying before you say it, and use your words for your own incredible fulfillment. I love you. I send you love and light.